In a world filled with corruption, people turned away from God, living in violence, greed, and sin. Villages and cities thrived in chaos, homes were filled with arguments, markets with cheating traders, and streets with fights. God looked down upon the earth and grieved over the wickedness of mankind. "The thoughts of men's hearts are evil continually," he said. Amid the chaos, one man stood out, Noah. He was righteous and faithful to God, walking a path of integrity while others mocked him for his devotion. God decided to cleanse the earth with a great flood but chose to save Noah and his family. One evening, as Noah prayed in his humble home, God's voice came to him. "Noah, the end of all flesh has come before me, for the earth is filled with violence. Build yourself an ark of gopher wood, for I will bring a flood to destroy everything on the earth. But I will establish my covenant with you." God gave Noah detailed instructions on how to construct the ark, its length, height, and width. He told Noah to bring 2 of every kind of animal into the ark, along with food for them and his family. Noah, though overwhelmed by the enormity of the task, trusted God and began his work. Noah and his family worked tirelessly to build the massive ark. The sound of hammers and saws echoed through the land as the structure began to take shape. Villagers gathered around, mocking him. "What is this madman building? A boat on dry land? There is no water here." But Noah remained steadfast, ignoring their taunts. With every plank he nailed into place, he reminded himself of God's promise. His family stood by his side, encouraging one another as they faced ridicule. As the ark neared completion, something extraordinary happened. Pairs of animals began arriving from all directions, as though guided by an unseen hand. Elephants, lions, zebras, birds, and even small insects came in pairs. The sight left the mocking villagers speechless. Noah and his family gently guided the animals up the wooden ramp into the ark. Inside, they had prepared separate enclosures, filled with hay, water troughs, and food. The ark became a sanctuary for God's creation. When all the animals were safely inside, Noah and his family entered the ark. Then, the massive wooden door began to close, not by Noah's hands but by God's power. As it shut, the first drops of rain began to fall. The villagers, once mocking Noah, now cried out in panic. They banged on the ark's sides, begging to be let in, but it was too late. God's judgment had begun. The rain poured down relentlessly for 40 days and 40 nights, and the earth was covered with water. Rivers overflowed, and oceans surged onto the land. Entire cities were submerged, trees uprooted, and mountains disappeared under the rising waters. Inside the ark, Noah and his family sat in prayer. Lanterns illuminated the wooden interior, casting a warm glow amidst the thunder and chaos outside. The animals, though restless at first, gradually settled into a peaceful rhythm, sensing God's protection. After the rain stopped, the ark floated on an endless expanse of water. Days turned into weeks as Noah waited for a sign. He leaned on the ark's railing, looking out at the horizon where water met the sky. His faith never wavered, trusting that God would fulfill his promise. One day, Noah released a raven to see if the waters had receded, but it did not return. Later, he sent out a dove. It returned with nothing. After 7 days, he sent the dove again, and this time, it came back with an olive leaf in its beak. Tears filled Noah's eyes as he realized the waters were receding. Life was beginning to return to the earth. After many months, the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. Noah opened the ark's door, and he and his family stepped out onto dry ground. The animals followed, venturing into the fresh, green world. Mist rose from the earth, and the air smelled of new beginnings. Noah built an altar and offered a sacrifice to God, thanking him for his mercy and faithfulness. As the smoke from the altar rose to the heavens, a radiant rainbow appeared in the sky. God spoke. This is the sign of the covenant I have made with you and all living creatures. Never again will I destroy the earth with a flood." The rainbow stretched across the sky, a symbol of hope, promise, and God's love for his creation.